Warning, this content may be disturbing to some audiences. Subscribe. If you dare.
Well, I forgot I even posted it, but a few hours later as I get a call on my cell phone from a blocked number. It was a detective from the Pittsburgh Police asking for me by name. Hey everybody, welcome to ANECDOSED. People ask Reddit. Has anyone on Reddit ever gotten into any real trouble for something they post here?
Number 1.
I posted a picture of a funny note at work a while back under a different username. It got tons of upvotes, but the paper was on top of something confidential. Some asshole Reddit user decided it would be funny to enhance it and sent me a message letting me know that he knew who I was and where I worked. I deleted the post, deleted that username, and started fresh with little to no mention of my job or where I work. That freaked me out.
Number 2.
I don't know if I'd call it trouble, but someone was able to figure out who I was. I have posted my picture before as well as details about the city where I live, but nothing else. They Facebook messaged me and threatened to come after me because they didn't like something I said. They were able to tell me where I was earlier that day at a particular time, which I definitely had not posted about, which was kind of creepy. I was scared for all of a day until I realized that they were just bored and trying to freak me out. Nobody ever came for me.
Number 3.
Yes. It landed me a call with a Pittsburgh Police detective. How he was able to figure out my cell phone number and my name from an anonymous Reddit account, I will never know. A few months ago, I posted an image of a funny flyer I saw around my campus, either to r/pics or r/funny, I forget. It was advertising a service called Friends of Minors that offered to buy booze for under 21s if they called the number printed on the flyer. Well, the number was the campus police. I knew that, that's why I thought the flyer was funny. I even put it in my title. It was obviously not made by the police, but a joke to get freshmen to call the police station and ask for booze. Well, I forgot I even posted it, but a few hours later I got a call on my cell phone from a blocked number. It was a detective from the Pittsburgh Police asking for me by name. He said that I recently uploaded an image on a website called Reddit that sparked a large wave of prank calls to the Pittsburgh Police station and was interfering with the police's ability to handle real emergency situations that were occurring around the city that night. He told me I needed to remove that post immediately or alternative action would have to be taken against me. So I removed it immediately, obviously. Side note, it made it to the front page in like 3 hours, wow. But what I couldn't help but wonder is why on earth people would simply see a phone number and immediately think, I should prank call this. I should prank call a police station. The effing top comment on my post said something to the effect of, alright, guys, you know what to do. Let's flood this police station with prank calls. Then they'll be sorry. What the hell, guys? What the hell?
Number 4.
Under an anonymous account I posted something about my marriage, looking for advice. The advice I got, because it was a one-sided story, ended with your husband sounds like an asshole. My husband is not an asshole. He's a great guy, and he found the post, knew it was mine, and was hurt. He didn't leave me, but his feelings were needlessly hurt. He's a great guy who doesn't deserve that. I immediately deleted the account. My husband's feelings are worth more to me than all the useless internet points.
Number 5.
After the oil spill in the Gulf, British Petroleum calls me up to ask that I make a series of pro-BP documentaries about how BP is awesome and nothing is really that bad in the Gulf. They offered a lot of money for budget/compensation. I was torn. I effing hated this company. And the shit I was seeing in the Gulf infuriated me. So what did I do? I sought out advice on AskReddit about the pros/cons of taking this job. In the end, it was decided that I at least attend their first meeting to hear what they had to say. My Reddit post went up at 10 p.m. At 9 a.m., I went in to meet the BP folks. They had printed out copies of my entire Reddit thread. Consequently, I left the building fast. And didn't get the job. And I don't regret it at all. Thanks Reddit.
Number 6.
After a really confusing kind of breakup, I posted to relationships asking for help. Using my real account specifically so she would know it was me if she saw it, I explained the whole situation leading up to it. They all went off on how much of a terrible person she is and how I should run far away and I should have never stuck my dick in crazy. A few hundred comments worth, I was front page. Some pretty specific insults towards her too. She saw it, she read it, she realized it was her. She felt terrible. I felt almost as bad that she had to see what people had to say. She wasn't a bad person, and I can't explain the feelings when I got that text from her. We saw each other a few times after that, shared our I love yous and goodbye kisses, but I never got to apologize. Allie, if you're out there, I got over hating you, you only meant well. All the best to you in your life. Thanks for the memories and experiences. I hope you and your husband are doing better and that he doesn't still want me dead.
Number 7.
I posted a rant on how my ex-now girlfriend's mother was an outright bitch and how much I hated her, was relevant to a topic, and I mean I tore her apart in this post describing how she treats me, her daughter, and everyone around her. Well, my then girlfriend ended up wanting to be cute and beat my karma score, so she started up a Reddit account randomly without me knowing and searched up my account. I use StageMW for everything I go on. And she saw that post. Did I mention she's my ex? That's relevant to this topic.
Number 8.
This year on Reddit I posted a picture of me holding a log of poop and some bottles of urine in my closet fort. All of the pictures have since been deleted from Reddit to save my identity further, but the damage has already been done. Fast forward 3 months. I'm talking to a friend via IRC when I link to my GitHub programming repository page. From there he finds my blog, Google+, school schedule, teacher, and the school email address of my teacher and posts most of the information in the IRC channel. The next day my programming teacher asked who had been emailing him asking about Black Joe, my IRC nick, and mailing him inappropriate pictures, threatening suspension. Thankfully none of the images had my face in it, and I was never caught, but I came really close to being in deep shit.
Number 9.
Several months ago, I got the feeling that one of my best friends was reading all my Reddit posts without telling me. In order to catch him, I made a post in some AskReddit thread, only expecting it to be seen by him. Instead, it caught like wildfire and ended up with like 300 upvotes. I only did it because my friend got into some embarrassing situations when his internet identity clashed with real life, and I wanted to avoid the same problem without having to delete my account. Well, I used some pretty harsh language in the post and of course he saw it. He got kinda upset and said I was overreacting about the whole thing, but I didn't back down. I still think he was being a nosy bastard for reading my shit. Anyways, we're still good friends, but that little incident put some temporary strain on our friendship. Not sure if he still reads my posts or not, we don't really bring it up anymore.
Number 10.
My now ex-girlfriend found out about my account and saw that I had spoken about her, anonymously of course, on the internet. She got pretty mad at me and I got pretty mad at her for snooping on me like that. She said something like, "Most of the stuff you say is really funny," which really made me mad since it indicated she had been monitoring my activity. Reddit is sometimes like a personal journal to me, and it's not really meant to be known to the people who are actually in my life. I doubt she still reads my account, but she still knows this one and could easily be reading this right now.
Number 11.
I posted a link to a friend's FB of a post I made on Reddit, and my ex-girlfriend saw, and read through like months and months of my comments/submissions. There was one from a long time ago that says something like, "My roommate's girlfriend annoys me slightly." She told her, and I got yelled at. Wasn't too bad, though. Me and my former roommate's girlfriend are really close now.
Number 12.
I posted a picture of my workplace and the general manager from across the country saw it and reported it to the corporate and my general manager. I was supposed to be fired that night, but because of the people I work with I wasn't. I won't post any details as I don't want them finding out. Deleted my account and the post. Good thing I kept my job because I got into an accident recently and have to pay $3,400 in repairs. Without that job I'd be screwed. I only make minimum wage.
Number 13.
I made a post after a fight with my girlfriend about how ignorant she was and how her parents kind of sucked at being parents. Now, she is not an ignorant person in general, I was just mad at the time. And her parents aren't shitty, but they were definitely being shitty that week. Anyway, she saw that I was signed into Reddit but didn't know I had an account. She found my post history, read that comment, and a shitstorm ensued. She thought that I thought she was stupid. False. She thought I hated her parents. Very much false. She was also pissed that I told the world about these problems, even though no one on Reddit knows who I am, and therefore no one knew who I was referring to. That was a stressful couple of days.
Number 14.
I posted a photo of my sisters and I took as a Christmas gift for my mom. 1 hour later it was the number 2 post on Reddit. 1 day later it was on Mashable. Someone saw it there and posted it to my Facebook. Mom saw it. Christmas present ruined.
Number 15.
I was fired from my last job for looking at Reddit at work. I was not even looking at anything NSFW as I had a NSFW filter turned on in Rees to avoid accidentally hovering over a NSFW link. When I was brought into a room, they accused me of streaming Pandora using business bandwidth. I told them that that was not a fireable offense considering half of the employees I knew did it. Then, due mainly to ignorance, they said I was viewing sites with pop-ups and was exposing the company to malicious software/malware. I was using Hover Zoom to view Ember links. Then they finally said I looked at something that made the new girl training in the same cube with me so uncomfortable she couldn't stand to be in the same building as me. When I asked them to provide me evidence, they told me I needed to clean out my desk and leave the premises. Was walked out by a security person. They waved their hand in my face when I tried to say anything to defend myself. They offered me no warning and never told me exactly what I was being fired for.
Number 16.
I made a comment on the thread a while back asking girls what the most shameful thing they'd ever done was. I knew that at least 2 of my friends were Redditors and knew I was too, but I didn't know that they remembered my username. It's something I use a variant of for any personal account names these days, but the ones I had back then were all spelled differently. Long story short, friend 1 got bored one day and decided he'd check out my account. Lo and behold, my highest rated comment was the one from that fateful thread. The next time he saw me, he could not stop laughing. What I'd said wasn't a particularly shameful thing for a girl to do and far from uncommon, but it's not exactly information you share publicly with someone you're not intimate with. Luckily, things aren't quite as awkward anymore. They were for a while though.
Number 17.
A buddy of mine was one of those guys who used the same username everywhere and posted something about how he hated being in boring meetings like the one he was in, but they didn't know he was posting on Reddit. Right below it, the CEO posted something like, "Well, if you're so bored in meetings here, let's have a chat with HR." He hurriedly deleted his post and the CEO deleted his post shortly thereafter, but they did have a very nice chat with HR where HR gave him a little box with all his personal items in them. Make sure to share your personal story in the comments below and have the opportunity to be featured in a future video. Also, if you like these topics, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button to continue seeing more content like this every day. See you next time.